Warning, this video contains scenes of extreme violence and strong language. Hello there lovely people, it's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and welcome to 5 bad things about Devil's Third. This is the first part in a 2-part series where I look at the good and the bad things in Devil's Third. Simple enough. It's no lie that Devil's Third isn't quite the game everyone expected it to be. It's not absolutely awful, but it really is not as good as everyone was hoping. So let's have a look at 5 things that didn't meet our expectations right about now. Number 5. The frame rate is about as consistent as David Bowie's haircut. Now, I'm not really a stickler for frame rate, as to be honest, I barely notice it, with the exception of Banjo-Tooie. But even I've been finding myself a bit frustrated with just how much it fluctuates. Sometimes it's pushing 60, sometimes it's Slideshow City, and to be honest, I just want a bit more consistency. Number 4. Some of the game's models are downright ugly. Seriously, look at this guy, he looks like an Addams Family reject. The textures are so blurry that he just looks like a chunk of angry background debris. I'm getting an exaggerated vibe from another game here, but I can't think quite what. Number 3. The narrative is pretty much non-existent. I knew what was going on, don't get me wrong, but there aren't really any objectives that directly link to the plot beyond boss battles. Even with said bosses, I knew they had a relationship with Ivan at some point. Not in that way, at least I don't think so, but generally I'm failing to care or really connect with what's happening. Also, apparently an EMP blast wiped out all the electronics on Earth, yet all the characters use walkie-talkies like it's going out of fashion. Make your mind up. Number 2. Most of the characters are woefully underused. There's one character whose name I can't really remember, so I'll just stick it on screen, who is clearly some sort of socialist freedom fighter type with his eye out for the people. His design is great and his model is also really good, and even his voice acting is pretty decent, but he speaks in one scene, you enter an admittedly tricky and awesome boss battle with him, but then he's just dead. Finito, passed on, joined the choir invisible. It's just a waste of an interesting geezer like him. And finally, number 1. The controls need some serious refinement. Now, they're by no means unplayable, but Ivan is so jittery in his movements sometimes, and the camera just snaps around even on the lower sensitivities. It just feels like there was very little consideration taken into polishing this part of the experience. It's a load of crazy fun, but it is just way below the standard you'd expect from a Nintendo published game. So there you have it, those are 5 bad things that I chose about Devil's Third. But it's not all bad, and in a couple of days I'll be putting up my video for 5 good things about Devil's Third, so make sure you check that out. If you're watching this in the future, you can click the link in the description to watch it straight away. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you give that subscribe button a really seething look, and be sure to check out NintendoLife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo related content. Thank you again for watching, bye bye.